Hey everybody, my name is Joshua Mugade and this is going to be the cinematic titles tutorial. So in this case, we have cinematic titles. It comes in three forms. You have an After Effects project file, you have Premiere Pro Mogrts, and you also have Photoshop PSDs. Why? It gives you the flexibility in order to use them in any scenario, whether in Photoshop, in After Effects if you want to animate them, or natively in Premiere Pro. So we're going to start out in Premiere Pro. And right now, we are actually using the Essential Graphics window, which you can easily come and find up here in Window and select Essential Graphics. After opening Essential Graphics, it will bring all this up. There are a number of ways of importing your Mogrt files into Premiere. One of them is you can come and click this button right there, and it's going to open up a window, and where you can easily find, you'll find a window, go find the Mogrt files wherever you place them. They're probably in your downloads, but a way that I found easier for me is I come all the way to the Essential Graphics with the three lines, the hamburger lines. I click Manage Additional Folders, and in that case I can easily add the folders I have. Right now I'm having 4K and Full HD, but you can also add in the 8K files. What I have to do is click Add, and then I'll have to find them there. If I have the 8K files, Premiere Pro right there, and all the files are there. I select the folder and I click OK. Alright. After that, you can easily come and check here where you see local and click any one of them. You'll see the folders you've actually selected, the folders that you selected from Manage Additional Files. Right now, since I'm working with a 4K resolution, I'm going to choose the one that I imported earlier, which was the 4K version. But depending on what you're using, you can easily choose whichever one you want. 1080p, which is Full HD, 8K for those who are working with 8K resolution, and 4K for people like me. So you're going to have access to 20 cinematic titles, and they're easily editable. I'm going to just talk about two of them. Some of them have effects like glow, others are really simply customizable. I'll talk about the ones that have effects second. We're going to start with one of the titles, title 14. What you do is you drag it into your sequence, your timeline, and then you wait for it to render out. After that, it may take a little bit more time depending on what computer you have, but after that, it's going to bring up this edit window. In that case, I can edit the title. Instead of saying rushless, I could say something like living, and after I edit that, it's going to immediately change right there. I can change the color of everything. Let's pick a color. Let's see a color like, I don't know, red, like a sharp red probably. Let's see how that works out. And there we are. It's as simple as that. You can edit all the text that's there. You can say a film by Jen. You can put in your name. My name is Joshua, so I'm going to put Joshua. And we are going to see what that looks like. Yeah. So that's an easy way you can do it. You can do it with all these others that you want. But there are some that have things like glow on them, gradients and glows. And I'm going to pick one of them. It's called Cinematic Title 12. After dragging Cinematic Title 12 into my timeline, it's a bit longer than the other one. We can cut it right there. I can come all the way to my Edit tab, select the clip again, and then I come all the way to specifically edit the gradients. I can change the color, I can change the gradient opacity. If I drop my gradient opacity, it goes back to a solid color. But if I want a gradient on it, I can put it up. One other thing you can do, if you want this but you don't really want the gradient, you can always go to your effects and then get a tint effect. Come and search up here, tint, and drop the tint effect onto this, and then you can change that. But let's go back to the part where we can easily change the gradients, and specifically we can also change the glow. The glow looks a little bit too much for this case, so we can drop it a little bit so that it seems something like that. You can change the glow intensity to 0, or we can take it all the way. We can change the threshold. You can keep playing around with all these and they'll give you randomly cool effects that you can probably use. You can push your glow radius all the way up. It's going to make it kind of look like you duplicated it and put another layer which you made blurry, but it also works. As we said earlier, all these cinematic titles are available in After Effects, and most of them are available in Photoshop. So when you download it, you'll be able to see it, and you have After Effects project files. You have all the Photoshop PSDs, there are 19 of them, and then you have the Premiere Pro Mogrt files. So you'll be able to use either Photoshop or After Effects. For Photoshop, just come and open the PSD file, like this one is the original one, and then you can go and edit it. You can edit the text, every single text right there. It's also transparent, so you can easily just drag it into, let's say, Premiere. If you've edited it from Photoshop, drag it into Premiere. You see that? Since it's 8K, it's kind of bigger, but we can always scale it down. So you can easily do stuff like that. Thank you so much for getting cinematic titles. If you weren't able to get it, you can still get it on our online store. See you next time. Bye bye.